Good morning. My name is Maureen Chung. Welcome to Daily Devotional of July the 16th. The Bible passage is Judges chapter 1 verse 1 to 7 and chapter 2 verse 1 to 5. The title is Success and Failure. After the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord, "Who of us is to go up first to fight against the Canaanites?" The Lord answered, "Judah shall go up. I have given the land into their hands." The men of Judah then said to the Simeonites, their fellow Israelites, "Come up with us into the territory allotted to us to fight against the Canaanites. We in turn will go with you into yours." So the Simeonites went with them. When Judah attacked, the Lord gave the Canaanites and Perizzites into their hands, and they struck down 10,000 men at Bezek. It was there that they found Adoni-Bezek and fought against him, putting to rout the Canaanites and Perizzites. Adoni-Bezek fled, but they chased him and caught him and cut off his thumbs and big toes. Then Adoni-Bezek said, 70 kings with their thumbs and big toes cut off have picked up scraps under my table. Now God has paid me back for what I did to them. They brought him to Jerusalem, and he died there. And then, chapter 2, the angel of the Lord went up from Gilgal to Bokim and said, "I brought you up out of Egypt and led you into the land I swore to give to your ancestors. I said, I will never break my covenant with you, and you shall not make a covenant with the people of this land, but you shall break down their altars. Yet you have disobeyed me. Why have you done this? And I have also said, I will not drive them out before you. They will become traps for you, and their gods will become snares to you." When the angel of the Lord had spoken these things to all the Israelites, the people wept aloud, and they called that place Bokim. There they offered sacrifices to the Lord. Now we have arrived at the book of Judges, which roughly covers the years of 1375 BC to 1050 BC, from the death of Joshua to Saul reigning as the first king of Israel. The central issue for this period of history is the lordship of God, how Israel fluctuated between following God to compromising with the nations of Canaan, to disobedience, to foreign oppression, to pleading to God for help, and then deliverance by God according to his covenant faithfulness. God raised up judges multiple times to deliver Israel from oppression. The cycle repeated. Is it a reflection of our unteachable spiritual life? Are we unable to acknowledge the lordship of Jesus Christ? In the prologue of Judges, chapter 1 verse 1 to chapter 2 verse 5, we shall meditate on a few features under the title of Success and Failure. Number 1, initial obedience and success. Number 2, compromise for superficial convenience. And number 3, disobedience and failure. Judges chapter 1 verse 1 to 2 reads, "After the death of Joshua, the Israelites asked the Lord, 'Who of us is to go up first to fight against the Canaanites?' The Lord answered, 'Judah shall go up. I have given the land into their hands.' The Israelites most likely inquired the Lord through the high priests. They didn't act on their own. The tribes of Judah and Simeon went jointly into battle against the Canaanites. Indeed, God gave them victory, and they struck down 10,000 enemy fighters. The enemy leader Adoni-Bezek was captured. The Israelites cut off his thumbs and big toes in the same way that he did to his previous enemies in Canaan. This ancient treatment of the prisoners of war was to render them unable to pick up a weapon or to shoot an arrow. Also, they would not be able to run in the battlefield. The Israelites' disobedience to God gave them success. The Israelites' obedience to God, gave them success in the battles in southern Canaan. Now, secondly, their incomplete obedience led to a compromise for convenience. Judges chapter 1 verse 19 explains one reason for their failure. The Lord was with the men of Judah. They took possession of the hill country, but they were unable to drive the people from the plains because they had chariots fitted with iron. Why did they not inquire the Lord God about this? God could have taught them how to fight the enemy tanks. They chose to give up because they didn't have comparable equipment. The following is a list of their incomplete conquests. The tribe of Benjamin failed to dislodge the natives from Jerusalem. The tribe of Manasseh failed to drive out the natives, but they pressed the Canaanites into forced labor. The tribes of Ephraim, Zebulun, Asher, Naphtali, Dan all failed to drive out the Canaanites from the allotted land. Many of the Canaanites were subjected to forced labor. Perhaps the Israelites saw a convenient opportunity in using the natives for labor work that they didn't want to do. Thus, they made a compromise. Thirdly, their disobedience led to failure. In Judges chapter 2, verse 1 to 3, we see how the angel delivered the message from the Lord. I brought you up out of Egypt and led you into the land I swore to give to your ancestors. I said, I will never break my covenant with you, and you shall not make a covenant with the people of this land, but you shall break down their altars. Yet you have disobeyed me. Why have you done this? And I've also said, I will not drive them out before you. They will become traps for you, and their gods will become snares to you. How did the Israelites disobey God? They had made a covenant with the Canaanites to allow them to remain. Thereby, the natives continued to practice their idol worship. The Israelites let them keep their altars. As a result, God would not drive them out for the Israelites, but they would become the cause of Israel's downfall. This sums up the history of the Judges. Now, in what ways am I like Israel? Incomplete obedience is disobedience. Compromise for convenience and short-term gain is a trap and a snare. In the end, God is angry at those who fail to keep his covenant. Therefore, I must be careful about what people call the gray areas of morality and integrity. I must be careful to live up in God's light and revealed truth. I need to be a good steward of his trust. Let me not be greedy for short-term gain. I promised the Lord that I would take care of the widows and orphans who came to my attention. I intend to keep my promise to God. I thank God for such opportunities to show his love. May his name be honored and praised. So, my friends, just follow God and obey him, and you will be blessed. It is a matter of success and failure. God bless you all. Thank you for joining me, and see you tomorrow. Please like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates. Thank you.